I think it is. You know, you need some help at third base, obviously, with Guillorme down, with Escobar down now. You know what? He's the next guy in line. And I think, you know what? At one time in 2015, we needed some outfield help. We called up Michael Conforto, and he was a huge piece to our lineup. And I think right now it's a good time for Brett. You know what? He's, again, the lineup's deep enough that you don't have to stick him into the lineup and have him produce a lot of runs for you. Put him down where he can relax. And you know what? We've seen it a lot. You know, until the guys in the league have seen this guy, there's no telling. He may get some big hits for him.
Yeah, and you bring up a great point in the comparison. We talked about this in the newsroom before the show, 2015. A little different because you guys were desperate for some offense at that particular point, so there was this push to bring up Conforto. He comes up, rakes, paid immediate dividends. Little different here, Jerry, where you look at Baty, where he's not going to be relied on to be the guy in that lineup. Are you okay with a guy getting an opportunity here? You know, let's say Escobar has to get IL'd or Baty's going to be the third baseman for a few weeks or for a month stretch here. Are you okay with that in the middle of a pennant race?
I think this is the ideal time for him to actually get called up because, like Terry said, this is a deep lineup that doesn't need his production, so he can slot down to that 8-9 hole and just play baseball, not worry about it, learn what it takes to be in the big leagues at a high, successful level with everybody else around him, and just soak in the game and relax. They don't need his production, so there's no pressure, no excess pressure on him. Like if a pitcher got called up to fill in for Carrasco, you'd feel it, because if a starting pitcher messes up, it's a loss. If Brett Baty goes 0 for 4, you have 8 other guys in that lineup to pick him up. So this is ideal for him. One thing, Danny, that might concern me here is the fans love prospects, and Baty is a much hyped prospect. And I know that you look at that lineup, to what Jerry and Terry have been saying, you know, it's a deep lineup. They don't need him to produce, but the Met fan has high expectations for Baty. Young kid, this is New York. I mean, I don't care if they're in it, they're out of it, not to mention that they are in first place, and the games do matter more right now than they have in years past. But a young kid, that's a lot of pressure, Danny. Would you be worried about that with a young player like Brett Baty getting his first taste of the big leagues in this scenario?
Well, there's no time to be worried, right? Ready or not, here you come. But you're going to come into a lineup who is going to be protecting you in every way. And you have Buck Showalter, who's going to make sure that you are getting all the support you need. He's going to come in. You saw that batting average, 315. He's been raking so far in the minor leagues. He's going to come up. He's going to be protected by these guys. Maybe jolt a little bit into them. I'll tell you, I think Luis Guillorme has so much value. So to be able to get a guy who can come in, manipulate a little bit with the lineup and where you're putting him in on defense, that's so valuable right now when you're still in the race. You're just 4.5 up right now, and you're boxing it out with the Braves as we speak.